This video will walk you through how to create a new World of Wonders class, add students, print passwords, create student groups, and share classes. If you already have a class created and would like to create another class, you will do so from the Class Details page. To access the Class Details page, hover over Class Management in the navigation banner and select Class Details from the menu. If this is the first time you're launching World of Wonders, the Setup Wizard will automatically load. If your organization administrator has created a district planner, you see options to use the district planner or create a customized planner. If you select the predefined district planner, which is recommended, click the Next button. Enter a class name and click Submit. The page will then automatically load to the World of Wonders dashboard. If you select Customized Planner, or if there is no predefined district planner, there are a few additional steps to take to create the class. On the class information page, enter a class name. Check the box next to if you want your students to sign in with Simplified Login. Simplified Login allows students who are beginning readers to access ConnectEd through a school-specific URL, an easy-to-remember icon, and a pictorial password. For steps on how a student would sign in using Simplified Login, refer to the How to Log In Using Simplified Login article. If you have a class already created, you'll have an option to select a planner to replicate for the new class. Click the radio button next if you want to use the McGraw-Hill Suggested Planner or if you would like to use an existing class planner. If you select to use an existing class planner, select the class from the drop-down. Click the Next button. Select your desired first teaching day from the provided calendar. Click the Next button at the bottom of the page. On the first teaching day pop-up, click the Proceed button to confirm the selected first teaching day date. Click Cancel to select a different day. On the Select Non-Teaching Days page, click on the calendar date for any days you would like to mark as non-teaching days. This is optional and can be done at a later time. Any marked non-teaching days will be colored in teal, while all U.S. national holidays are automatically marked in gray. Click the Save button at the bottom of the page. On the Confirm Submission pop-up, click the Proceed button to create the class. If you need to select a different first teaching day, click on the Change First Teaching Day button to return to that step. If you have multiple classes created or shared with you, you can navigate between the classes by clicking on the My Classes drop-down. Now let's go over adding students to the class. One option is to provide the class code to the students for them to add themselves to the class. On the View Class Code pop-up, provide the students with the 8-character class code. For the steps students will take to redeem the class code, refer to the How to Join a McGraw-Hill Class and Redeem Content article linked below. Another option is to add the students to the class manually. On the Class Details page, click on the Add Students button in the Students and Groups section. On the Add Student pop-up, if you're assigned to multiple schools, you will first need to select the school the students are assigned to from the Select School drop-down. From the School Student Roster box, click the plus icon to the right of the student's name to add them to the Class Student Roster box. If there are a lot of students to scroll through, use the search field to search for a specific student name or username. Click the Save button to add the students to the roster. A third option for adding students to the class is using the Import Students Rosters resources. Refer to the link listed below on using this process. If one of your students forgets their password, you can provide them a new temporary password to help students log in. They will then be prompted to create a new permanent password. Keep in mind, you will not be able to view or print permanent passwords. To print a temporary password for an individual student, click on the temporary password link to the right of the student's name. If you are needing to print them for the entire class, click the Print Temporary Passwords button. If your students have simplified login passwords, you can print their password cards. The card will include the student's name, login URL, class icon, and 3-icon password. To print a simplified login password card for an individual student, click on the View Password link to the right of the student's name. To print the simplified login password cards for the entire class, click the Print Passwords button. There is also the option to create student groups within the program. Under the Students and Groups section, click on the Create Group button. On the Create Group pop-up, enter a name of the group. Check the box next to the students you want to add to the group. Click the Save button. Finally, let's go over sharing your class. Sharing a class allows another teacher to easily work with the same roster of students. On the class details page, click the Share button. On the Share Class pop-up, enter the email address or username for the teachers with whom you want to share your class with. Separate each email address or username with a comma. Also, the teacher you share the class with must be associated with the same school in your district and have the same program redeemed to their account. Select an expiration date by clicking on the calendar icon. The teachers will no longer have access to the shared class as of the date selected. Check the box next to the desired additional options for the shared class. Allow to modify my planner and lesson plans allows the teacher to adjust the planner by moving lessons and adding non-teaching days. Allow to interact with students allows teachers to change student profile information, add or remove students from the roster, and send messages to the students. Add notes to shared teachers that you would like them to see. Click the OK button to share the class. Any classes that are shared with you can then be found under the My Classes dropdown in the Classes Shared With Me section. All classes shared with you and by you can also be found under the Shared Classes page. This concludes our look at creating a World of Wonders class, adding students, printing passwords, creating student groups, and sharing a class. Be sure to look at the other available help materials for more information about using your World of Wonders program.